Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have been paying attention to the natural gas market, you know the long traders are going to be happy as key resistance levels are being broken, and there are some important news to follow that. Europe sees a rebound in industrial gas demand in May even as Russian pipe gas supply dips. On the other end, Chinese gas imports is up 3% in January to May, and on the other end, Bangladesh worst electricity crisis in a decade. So there's a lot to cover today. Before we get into it, if you guys are here for the first time, you want to stay up to date with everything to do with natural gas, scroll down, tap the red subscribe button. While you're there, slap a like on the video. It'll just help the YouTube algorithm push the video to everyone so everyone can stay up to date with what is happening with natural gas. Now you guys need to understand, Russia has been one of the largest providers of natural gas to EU. EU has a very high demand of natural gas, but in the last 1 to 2 years they have noticed that the demand has gone down quite significantly. But something that they need to worry about is this might not keep dipping, as it might start climbing again. Lower prices are boosting industrial gas demand, and this could lead policymakers to revive their assumptions that consumption will continue going down forever. Now you guys know EU Parliament was slowly starting to put out this bill which is completely banning Russian natural gas forever. Now if that bill is passed, it's obviously not done yet. You guys do realize that amount of natural gas that can be provided to EU will be significantly lower. Yes, they will try to look for an alternate way, but you need to understand Russia can provide the most because it is the second, if not one of the largest countries that actually produces natural gas. So for them to be able to do that at this point wouldn't be a good idea, because slowly the gas demand in the industrial use is slowly starting to go back up. Now, pipeline natural gas exports to Europe were down 11% in May versus last month, but now down a massive 76% versus last year. So you see, it is down significantly, but they need to do something about it because the demand is slowly starting to go up. If you are a long trader, this is obviously going to help you, as the price will start to jump if the demand goes up and the supply is not able to be met. Now, Chinese gas imports is up 3%. Now, this is really good because you guys do need to understand, slowly after the pandemic, China was not relying on other countries to import more natural gas. But seeing this year, we're slowly starting to see that it is starting to import more. It's good. It's obviously most of it is coming from Russia, as they are signing quite close deals. And on the other end, Bangladesh is in a very bad spot. Bangladesh is facing its worst electricity crisis since 2013. That's about a decade, due to the weather and the difficulty paying for fuel imports, declining forex reserve and value of its currency. So at this point, they're slowly trying to rely on natural gas to be able to produce the electricity for the people, and they are able to use it. This is a really bad spot right now, but hey, we will have to wait and see. Now, if we look at the chart, you guys can see the chart has started to slowly show a very good positive trend. If you guys do not know, yesterday we saw a very strong pullback around this time, but it actually recovered very quickly. And if you actually pay attention to how well the super trend is doing, until that dip, hey, we were in an uptrend quite heavily, but after that dip it did go down into a downtrend, but only for a couple of hours, about 2 to 3 hours, and then we were back into an uptrend. Now this singular hour when I'm recording this video, you guys can see we saw another very strong downfall, and the massive factor affecting it, it's very clear, and that is obviously a fourth session as the hotter temperature are expected. Now this was just announced about 1 hour ago, which is one of the reasons why natural gas dipped even harder. You guys know whenever there's hotter temperature, natural gas demand will be down a little bit, which will cause the price to also go down. One thing I do want to mention, which I have noticed, is if you pay attention to the buy and the sell orders, you guys can see the volume is quite significant. What does this mean? Well, simply the market is going to be very volatile. If you are going to be leverage trading, just be a little cautious because this could be really risky. Also, if you pay attention to the RSI line, you can see it is sitting in a little bit of a middle zone, so there is very good potential for it to keep going up and also have a little bit of a dip. So again, be cautious. Natural gas prices rising for the 4th straight session, and that is exactly what I'm trying to say. But why is this so significant? As because it was posted on the Wall Street Journal, and hey, I think it's quite crazy. Now, gas and LNG prices pick up slightly but continue to remain deflated worldwide. GGB. High storage levels and relative lack of demand during the summer injection season continue to keep the Asia spot price around the lower points and also the weak fundamentals. Now you need to understand, right now, yes, natural gas price is struggling quite significantly, but over time, once most of the countries go into their winter season again, trust me, this has a lot of potential. That's all I'm going to say. Now, Australia's global bags right to oil gas block off Peru. So the block is located in the Gulf and covering this part. What they're trying to say is pretty much this block is going to be helping produce more natural gas over time. Now, talking about something else, Tanzania LNG gains critical momentum. The prospect for LNG development in Tanzania has never looked better. A new approach on the part of the president and also strong demand for LNG globally has put Tanzania LNG on track for a final investment decision in 2025. Why is this such a big deal? Because you guys need to understand, right now the demand for natural gas is not that much, but once most of the countries go back into winter season, especially the EU countries, trust me, the demand is going to go up so significantly, and Tanzania is pretty much trying to profit from it. Is that a bad thing? I do not think so, because it is obviously going to help their country out. Now, LNG Corsair receives the first cargo from Indonesia. Now becomes the world's 40th importer of LNG in 2021. Why is this a big deal? Because hey, it was actually imported from Indonesia, and hey, they need a lot of help right now as they are trying to push more LNG out. Now talking about the price, natural gas price analyst 200 EMA remains a key barrier. Close to $2.30 is going to be very crucial zone. If we are able to break above that resistance, which we are above right now, we just need to make sure that that becomes a support and we are able to jump from it. The strength came for the natural gas price amid a sell-off in the oil despite the production cut. You just need to understand, right now natural gas is sitting in a very important point. You just need to wait a little bit of time, and once the demand picks back up and the weather is in the favor, the price is going to go up. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, do you want to stay up to date with everything, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. I'm out. Peace.